There we go. And yeah, we got sound through the mic. Perfect. Good evening, everybody. And it is, of course, patch day. Oh, not patch day, it's beta 2 day. Second iteration of the beta. Let me just quickly get my Windows set up right over here so I can actually see what I'm doing. And more importantly, see what you guys are doing. Anyway, it's patch 2 day, and we're going to be playing around with the fleet carriers again. There's a few things that's changed. There's also a lot of things that's the same, and we're going to be doing a few jumps with the carrier today. And of course, especially with this iteration of the beta test, is that we're now inviting all the console players, apart from Xbox, who's still having issues. For those of you on Xbox, Frontier has announced that there is an issue with the update. They are aware of it. They are working on it. So even though, sorry, you guys are going to have a delayed start, but hopefully you'll be able to. I think they said tomorrow last time I saw it. But let's see who we have in chat. We have Jesper, clearly a guy from Denmark, since he's writing in Danish. Thanks a lot, and nice to see you in chat. We have a lot of guys saying hello over on Twitch. Let's just see who we have here. We have Hamset, we have Silverwolf, we have the only J, we have the real Jet, and tall guy Hack. Wow, I don't know how to pronounce that, but welcome. CFM, Mike Almighty, Vanotter, I think. Alexandra Henrik Vulant, yeah. Commander Sea Dweller. Hello to everybody over on YouTube as well. Good to see you guys around. So, if any of you guys, well, obviously Xbox is not going to be able to get on right now. I think, is Xbox still on? Is it still down, the beta? I know the live server should be working, but is the beta still down for the Xbox? Last time I checked, it was. And I don't know if they managed to get it up. Thanks for the follow over on Twitch to Night Rise. Xbox should be online now. Okay, perfect. I actually want to see how much cross trade or platform thing we can do between the different different play modes. Let's jump in game and let's get ourselves a fleet carrier. I think I should already have set my destination. Yeah. So just get in. Oh, yeah, that one running there. Let's just get in system and let's get ourselves a fleet carrier. David, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Maybe if I click in game, it's a little bit easier. Yeah, I'm really like. I mean, I had a bit of a. I mean, the new. Oh, hold on. I should move the microphone a bit in the way of the throttle. There we go. I did really like the. At the beginning, I had a bit of an issue with the new menu. The fact that it starts on refueling. I would prefer to start on something like station services. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, I would refuel every time I go to the station anyway, so it's not the end of the world. So I like the new design. I think it's clean, and I think it's just gonna take a little bit of getting used to. Let's get rid of the landing gear here. How's the new Whirlpool? Oh yeah, so in one of my earlier live streams, I did mention I had some issues with the pitch, where there was very large dead zones on the pitch axis. That was just me who, when I got it, I was playing around with the settings, and some of the settings apparently was dead zones that I managed to set up way too large. So I had a 15% dead zone around the center and 15% at both the max and minimum. Meaning that in total, with like 15% in there, and like it's 215 because it's both direction around the center, so that's 30% in there, 30% out there. Meaning I was actually dead zoning away 60% of the whole pitch axis because I messed up the settings. There should be all the fleet carriers in the system already. Yep, there is. Look at that. Let me just see. Let's get to the station. Let's get ourselves a fleet carrier as well. But after I just tuned those settings, it's become so much better after I got that. So now, if I can show it here on camera, we have joystick, and it's now very responsive to very little movement on the joystick. Also gives a response in game. So that was just a setting issue that I apparently had been playing around with too much. Yeah, who needs to fly? You could walk to the station, pretty much, yeah. Remote fueling the carriers need to be a thing. That is also my biggest... we're going to talk about all that. Thanks a lot for the super chat, by the way. We're going to talk about all that when we get to the carriers, what I like and what I think. And I think the ability to either they should give us the ability to expand the fuel tank, so we would have a slider and say how much of our cargo we would use for fuel tank. Or even better, allow us to move fuel between the fuel tank, or between the hangar or the cargo or whatever, over to the fuel tank, and let us do it remotely, so we don't have to be there physically in a ship. That is, I agree, an absolute must, because that's the only thing. That's the only thing, as I see it, that stands in the way for you being able to remotely manage your carrier 100%. If it wasn't because of that, you could, in theory, if they would allow us to remotely move fuel, you could, in theory, put a lot of people on a fleet carrier, and then you could stay in the bubble. And you could grind money, you could mine or do whatever in the bubble, while you send your fleet carrier to Colonia with a bunch of people. And once it's in Colonia, you pick up people, you fly them back again. Without you even being on the fleet carrier. It can be done in the current iteration, but it will require that the people on the carrier itself is donating fuel to you along the way. Otherwise, you're not going to make it. And that means, of course, you are dependent on people being online, so they can actually dump fuel into the carrier, and no. I agree. Some kind, either allow us to expand the fuel tank so we can just not store tritium in the cargo, and just store all the tritium we have in the tank, or allow us to transfer remotely. I would be happy without either of those options, but I would really like to see one of them. Okay, let's get over to the more accurate stick here. So now we need to go refuel starport services. Okay, in here, there should be a fleet carrier vendor. Yes. 15 billion credits. No, We can't transfer from storage to fuel. You can if you are on the fleet carrier. You can't do it remotely, but you can do it if you're there yourself. You just need to transfer it from the fleet carrier cargo to your own cargo, and then from your own cargo into the tank. So, yes. Confirm purchase. Look at that. So, which one is mine? Oh. Is that it? Did I actually get a fleet carrier around a star? Hold on, let me try this. If I open up the system map. Nope. That one is mine. Okay. Is it also highlighted in the also highlighted in the nav panel? Oh yeah, it is actually. Nice. Okay, let's get out of here and let's go and have a look at this thing. Twice in one day? What do you mean? Over on Twitch, someone asking. I haven't been streaming today. I uploaded a video on YouTube today, but I haven't been streaming. Ooh. Oh, that's rough. There we go. There we go. Okay. Hold on. That's a... What? Did I just... I didn't ask you to bookmark a system. I asked you to find my fleet carrier. So there are different types of... We don't know if there's going to be different... Or there most likely will be. When you run around to the vendors, you can see they have different configurations. So there most likely will be different types. At least different ship kits you can buy for it. Also paint jobs and stuff like that. But exactly how, because last time, at least last time, they didn't have any of the cosmetics available, and I noticed when I logged in that you probably can't see it with the camera, but if I just quickly move my camera, you can see here, you have no arcs. They don't give you arcs on the beta server. There we go. So we won't be able to actually buy it yet, and last time they didn't even make it available. We couldn't even see what was available. So I guess that's something they will save for the launch, I guess. Oh. Matthew says, I'm interested to find out if it's really only this about the prices and decomposition. Is there anything else? There is the fact that they've added module storage to module storage and ship storage as a core service to the owner. So there are some other changes to it. I'm expecting them to be mostly the same as last time, but of course with some price changes. If you want to extend that that service of having the ability to store ships and modules for other commanders, you will have to buy the optional service, but for the owner itself, so if you're just using a private one, it is a core service and you don't have to pay additional upkeep to get that. Come on, fleet carrier. There we go. CQ. Oh, that's right. They did add the CQ. Q for matchmaking. So you can go straight here, go straight into matchmaking if you want to. That's actually a pretty neat idea. Docking request accepted. I sure hope so. I just paid 5 billion credits to get this landing pad, so I sure hope that it will be accepted. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. There we go. On board. Let's just quickly take a look. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look inside the hangar first. Just want to see if that's still the same. Yeah, still looks mostly the same. I really hope that... I don't know if that's going to be a cosmetic thing, that you're going to have a nameplate there where you could put a name or something. I don't know. Carrier services. Let's see. Service tariff. Fuel is at 50%. We have UC here. Redemption office. Commodity market is... Wait. Is the commodity market still... Oh yeah, they're right. That's still a default. I actually, in my mind, they removed the commodity market and made it a optional, but obviously didn't. You can of course see here that I have access to shipyard somehow. Crew lounge. That is a thing. Tritium deposit. Thank you guys, already filled up the carrier. Shipyard right there in the middle. Blind as a bat. And we can see here I have the ability now to ship transfer a few ships over. Nice. Okay. What about livery? Is there anything? Yeah, you can see here, not even for the normal ships, they have not even made that available. So there's no cosmetics items you can buy on the beta server at all. Remote workshop. Really nice to have that also. Now, let's go ahead and play around with the management system here. Ha, that's star though. Docking access all. Let's set this to mining. So if I decommission this with nothing on, I'm losing 15 million. Oh, is that it? No, sorry, 150 million. My bad. Yeah, 150 million. For decommissioning with no modules on. That's not too bad, to be honest. But again, fleet carrier livery is empty. They haven't done anything there. How do I set the name of the carrier? I could do that last time. It was back in livery, bottom right. Okay. Ah yeah, change name. Here it is. It should not be called Fleet Carrier. D2A North Star. There we go. Okay, navigation. That's to say, jump. Oh, good, good. Let's actually just deposit some cash in here. This interface is still horrible. I guess I transfer max and then begin to scroll down if I don't want to give it all my cash. Yes, Jake, it seems that the ID you get after the name is given when the carrier is purchased and can't be changed later. See, this is gonna get old really, really quickly. If you want to transfer large amounts of cash. Right, okay. I think we're just gonna say that's probably good enough. Is it only possible to put cargo into the carrier if you sell your cargo to the market? No, you can transfer. Look at this. If you want to, you can go over here to the inventory. And here you have a new transfer option. Only the owner can do this, by the way. And here, I have no cargo right now. But we can generate some cargo here in a second. Hold on. Let's just go into carrier management now that we have some money. Commodity trading, carrier services, yes. We want to buy refueling at 40 million. We want to buy repair at 50. Armory, let's get that too. You can see how it's eating into the capacitor up here. You know what, I should move my head so you guys can actually see that. Just move myself down there so it's not in the way. Redemption office, don't care about that. Shipyard, I probably would put that on my carrier because a lot of people got a dock here, I hope. So same with outfitting. Secure trading and UC, I'm not gonna put on because this is gonna stay in the bubble. This is how I would outfit a mining carrier. So how, let's actually check all of them. Redemption office, shipyard, outfitting. So what does this do for my budget now? So if you put like, I don't know, 10% into the weekly upkeep, like so. So you can see my weekly upkeep here, but this is because it's Monday and we don't get the full week. Can you get interstellar factors? Yes, you can. Interstellar factors is called the redemption office. So yes, you can get that. Yes, you're right. People can still dock without a shipyard, but they can't store their ships if they don't have a shipyard. But Lab Floridian, you can, if you're 200,000 light years or whatever, if you're deep in the deep space and you want to pay your upkeep, you have to go exploring and then sell the exploration data as the upkeep. Okay, how much would this be? I have 5 million in core costs. Let me get a calculator here actually. Where's my calculator? Here it is. So 5 million in core costs. Refuel. These are all 1.5. So that's 4.5 additional. Oh, not multiplied by. Plus 4.5. And the shipyard. Oh, hold on. I can actually click on them. Yeah. And the shipyard is 6.5, and outfitting is 5.5. 5 straight up. So 5 plus 6.5. That gives me up to 21 million in weekly upkeep. That's okay, I think. It's expensive for sure, but it's doable. And I'm gonna have almost 20,000 tons of cargo left, which is also pretty good. Okay, that's the services. Shipyard, of course, we can buy stuff here. We still buy them in bulk, which... and it seems like it's still at... Yeah, it seems like that's still at market value. Does it cost credits to install modules, or do you just... add it for free? No, you pay for it as well. If you see the modules, we just take one thing I don't have, like the redemption office. You can see here there's an upfront facility cost. And then there's an active. Let's actually just check something here. So I just want to see. Let's just check the pilot's handbook on this. How to purchase fleet carrier management. Budget. Okay, no, we could just test it. I just wanted to know if when I sell a module, do I then get the same money back as if I purchased it from? So here we have a redemption offer. It's going to cost me 150 million. Notice how much cash is on the carrier right now. Right? Note that. Keep that number in mind. We're going to install the redemption office. There we go. We spent some money. Now we're going to uninstall it. Not suspend it, but completely uninstall it. No. So you do not get the full amount back when you sell a module again. I was pretty sure I found that though. Yeah, it seems like it's around 10% for selling a modules. How to purchase. Okay, never mind. The pilot's handbook has not been updated. Look at this. The decommissioning here is still outdated. So this has not been updated since last time. Yeah, I lost 15 mils, so 10%. Yeah, okay, so you lose 10% for selling a module. You know what? We should actually schedule a jump. Let's go into... Because it's going to take us 15 minutes. Where is it? Here we go. Navigation. Open map. And then, oh, what's the name of that system? Yes, this is the system. I see other people got the same idea as me. So now I should have a scheduled jump. Okay, guys, you have 11 minutes if you want to come along for the ride here. Okay, we're gonna try to play out with the market. Quiz Engine has a some tritium. Let's just try it out so we can show you how that works. If I go in here again and we go to the commodity trading, we're gonna go manage market, and we're gonna find tritium. Tritium should be under this, I guess. No, is it something else? Tritium. There we go. So let's say I want to trade this commodity. I want to buy tritium, and let's just say I want to buy it at market value, and I want to buy a lot of this stuff. Let's just say I want to buy, I don't know, 10,000 units of tritium. This scrolling thing is gonna be getting to 10,000 is just... If you want to find a nice round number, it's a bit of a pain. Yes, I have a full tank, I know, but we're just gonna play around with the market. It's okay. I want that to be some extra left in the market, so people can go and... there we go. And we're gonna go and hit apply for that. And then I'll put up a buy order. I paid the full market, like galactic average for it. And now people can go and they can begin selling tritium to the carrier. And I'll then buy it and I'll pay for it. Ooh, you can... Ooh, can you also... Ooh, that's fancy. Thanks for the subscription on YouTube. I'll tell you a bit and then try to set the price as low as possible. Okay, let's try to see what happens here. So now I should have a little bit sold. So if I go into transfer here, nope, not yet. I have to go to commodity market. So there should be a little bit sold here now. You can see it's down, there's been 20 tons sold. So is that in transfer now? No, where is it? Where's my stuff, Frontier? Good. So it says here I have 20 of it. Okay. Oh, I could set filters here. That would actually be pretty nice. So I want to have... in stock. That is not working, is it, at all? Maybe it was. Maybe I was just not patient enough. Oh, it was. Here we go. So I have 20 there, but it should show up in my cargo. Ah, now it is. Okay, it was just a bit delayed. There it is. So now I could take that tritium and I could move that around. We still have 10 minutes, so let's give it a bit of time. Let's try to play around again. Let's try to just lower the price. So if I wanted to, I could go and say my sell here for tritium. Nope. Buy. What am I? Oh yeah, I need to do it in carrier. It's the wrong market, not here. Here, manage market. We're gonna go over the patch note in a second. Can you see who's stocked? No, I don't believe so. But I could set the buy price down really, really low if I wanted to here, for instance. 5%. Click apply. There we go. We're gonna go over the patch note here in a second. Just gonna keep an eye on the jump timer here. We still have 5 minutes until lockdown. If your ship blows up, do you spawn back on the carrier? We can try that in a second. Do you need armory to restock limpets? Oh yeah, that was what I wanted to show you guys. Yes, you need an armory to restock limpets. So if I just go in here and I want to purchase myself a few limpets, just do like that. And again, it will show you because I want to use that to show you the whole transfer thing. So here you can see that I now have limpets, and if I want to transfer that over to the carrier, I'll do that. Click confirm. My cargo is now empty, but the limpets are on the carrier. Same thing here. If I wanted to go and take the limpets out of the carrier, do like that, and click confirm. Does your fleet carrier get security or some form of defense? Yes, the fleet carriers have the same defense as stations. So that means if anybody attacks them, they will be shot. That includes the owner. Sold 20 more tons of tritium. It is a little slow to update, it seems, the market. Oh yeah, great. So now let's just go and check. Actually, here. Oh, why do I have it in my cargo? Or did I transfer that by accident? I think I transferred that by accident. Okay, so now we have 40 in the cargo hold. And if I wanted to, we can then go back into management, and I can say commodity market and manage the market, and this one, and I want to sell, and I could then sell it to at absurd prices if I wanted to, or we could sell it back at no price. Depends. See, this scrolling system really needs to be better. When did the live stream start? We started about 45 minutes ago. God, it's already been 45 minutes. What do I think about being killed by my own fleet carrier? It's okay. I mean, why should I be allowed to run around and shoot people? I mean, I know it's my own carrier, but okay, I guess, I mean, if you want to use it as a bait for like luring people in and then kill them if you want to, I guess if that's what you want to use the carrier for, you should be allowed to. So maybe the owner shouldn't be shot. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it would make sense if you could actually set the hostility level of the fleet carrier, for instance. No, you still cannot both sell and buy materials at the same time. You either sell or buy. Someone got... Thanks for the super chat. Did my carrier just kill you? the hull maintenance, will it reset after? The hull maintenance is, as far as I understand, that is you, yeah, 2,000 years later, something along those lines. We're gonna get all the way to 1,000%. The hull maintenance is when you spend, when you jump with the carrier, when you move the carrier. So that is just an added thing every week. But it resets. Like, it's not like every time you do a jump, it just adds up and adds up and adds up. So there we go. Right, if we go in here to budget, you can see here, my hull maintenance right now is 0% because I haven't done any jumps. But in 30 seconds, we're gonna go into lockdown. And I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna turn up the audio, the game audio here. Is it already turned all the way up? It is. No, not social. Options. Audio. Just gonna turn that up a bit. Wanna listen to this? Won't carrier markets enable real money trading to sell currency? In theory, yes. That is.
All services are now online. Network access will resume following hyperspace travel.
It's in lockdown now. We're now in phase 2. Can I take the camera outside the hangar? I think we could do something like this, right? You guys can't see the, I'm just gonna move my camera again. Because you guys can see the clock down there in the corner. Somebody says it's going to kick me out of this management view. It probably is, yeah. Is it cheap on the beta? No, not now. We'll come back to that in a second. We're gonna go with the patch notes here in a second. Listen to that. Aww. We're not even allowed an external camera view. This is really just a loading screen right now. Don't worry guys, I will give you a view from the outside as well. We'll do another jump and then do it from the outside this time. Oh, the sounds. It is so epic. We're gonna look at the tritium consumption in a second as well. The winding down sound. There we go. Okay, let's jump over and have a look at some of this stuff. So I spent 33 tons of fuel to jump how far did we jump? We jumped 55 light years. And that was 33 tons of fuel. And now we should go and take a look at our budget here. And we can see we're now accumulated, which they have increased. I mean, move my camera again. You can see here the hull maintenance is now up to 750,000. And this is something you pay once. Like, once the week is over, on Thursdays, when the server tick happens, then you pay this and it goes back to 0, and then you can begin to do new jumps, right? You can do as many jumps as you want, of course, but yeah, you get the point. I'm just going to quickly go and have a look at the surface, because it seemed like we didn't go through the moon. Oh, okay, so there was no room at the moon. There's already too many carriers around the Mineral Hollow, so it put us around the planet instead. Or did I select the wrong target? Can you mine tritium in every system? No, you need an icy ring. So how much total maintenance per week? That depends. If you have every single module enabled, it's like 26 and a bit. And if you then do a ton of jumps, well, you're also going to pay for per jump, right? So that depends. Where's that moon? There it is. Whee! Agent, that's just people lying. Don't listen to it. Meow. That moon. Can you mine low temperature diamonds and store them on your carrier? Yes, you can, for sure. Can carriers be hyper-addicted by the goit? Test, please. That's going to be difficult to test, but I'm not sure. Don't think so. Is there a weekly cap to the height you can get? No. Well, technically, yes. I mean, you can do one jump every 20 minutes, so 20 minutes, like a week divided into 20-minute jumps. Well, so then, yes, technically, but there's no hard cap on it like that. What happens if you relock the game mid-carrier jump? I don't think anything special will happen. There comes the moon again. That's my speed controller, there it is. Will this mean some of the current? Yes, the hotspot will be re-rolled. And that means that, for instance, the hotspot in Boran will... Well, it would not be a triple hotspot anymore, it would be something else. But there will then all other hotspots will also be re-rolled, so there's a chance that a new hotspot, either triple low temperature diamonds, triple painite, will show up instead. Boran is nerfed in the Beezer. Yeah, it's not nerfed. It's it's nerfed in the sense that all hotspot has been re-rolled. It's not something they have done specifically to Boran. You're a new fleet carrier. Okay, let's go and let's read through the patch note. I think that was one of the things that... Can you respawn at the carrier? That was... Okay, let's do that first. Let's go out and let's play around with that. Then we'll look at the patch note in more detail afterwards. This moon is so funny. Can jump a carrier to a neutron star? Yes, but you can't supercharge or anything. I know, Picard, but we're gonna try it out anyway. Also because I haven't been trying to catch Mineral Hollow in quite a while, so that's gonna be fun. It's a little loud now, but we're gonna go and... Okay, there it is. Let's see if we can chase this. The trick with catching Mineral Hollow is to fly straight at it. Like, don't try to chase it, you can't, it's too fast. But you should be able to just fly straight into it. Like that. There we go. Oh, this never gets old. Physics, ladies and gentlemen, indeed. Can you buy tritium? Yes. Oh, well, what is that out there? Let's go take a look. That's a pretty... Oh, that was a nebula. It just looked like a really, really big hill. gonna drop down to the planet somewhere. And then we're gonna crash into the planet and see where we spawn. Ah. Oops. Well. Okay, let's just let that thing hang there and drop to the ground like a stone while we take a look at the patch notes. Pretty sure I saw those somewhere. Hold on. Oh, there they were. Where did they go? Patch notes. There we go, patch notes. And I'm just quickly gonna go to the camera while I set up for the... Oh, great, that's on the other screen. Give me a second, guys. I need to get the right window for you guys so you can actually see what we're doing here. We go. And there we go. Okay, so here we have the patch notes. Let's go over them. First of all, upkeep costs has been reduced since the last one, as we saw. They are now much, much less than they were before. And this also means that the core upkeep has also been reduced by 50%. So that was 10 million in the last patch. It's now down to 5. And a lot of the other upkeeps have been reduced as well. Depth threshold has also been adjusted. I don't know what exactly it is, but this means with all services installed, a carrier can go 10 weeks up from 4 without... Okay, so all services installed is like 260... Yeah, around 260 in depth threshold. You drop faster if you also disable the drives. Really? Hold on then. I mean, where's this moon? There it is. Oh, let me just see if I can stabilize this thing here. So what you're saying is if I go in here and I disable... I've never really experimented with how fast can I kill myself. And I take the thrusters and disable those. I'm actually slowing down. How am I slowing down? That makes no sense. Anyway, let's go back and let's talk about the patch notes. Time between jump, as you saw, 15 minutes and a 15 minutes jump preparation and 5 minutes cooldown. So we have 5 minutes after each jump, but we have to wait before we can scale the new one. Universal cryptography is being added as well. Why don't you just self-destruct my ship? Because it's more fun crashing into a planet. And I need time to read the patch note. Hold on. I'm actually, you're right. I'm actually, look at that, look at my altitude. It's increasing. It's actually running away from me. This is the only mood in the game where you actually go... Okay, now I have to go and see what happens if we land on the moon and take off and then just go FA off and do nothing. Will it then just shoot me up into space? I didn't know that they modeled that. That's amazing. It's gonna take us a bit of time to get there though, but I'm just gonna test that again. Hold on. Just try to slow this thing down so that we come to a complete stop. So now we are at a complete stop, and if we then disable go FA off, our speed is increasing, but in what direction? Are we going towards or away from the moon? 19.7 right now. Oh, 19.6. We are in fact falling now. $19.5. Okay, I don't know why we were falling upwards before. That made no sense to me. Yeah, I might have gotten close enough. Disable thrusters again. Ah, need to click into the game. There we go. Like, why is this not working?
Thrusters offline.
Pips to shield. There we go. Now it's actually increasing in speed. Okay. Quick vote in chat. Will this ship survive? Yes or no? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna let it fall the rest of the way. 250 meters a second straight into a planet. All pips to shield. No, no, no. Dead. No. Guys don't have a lot of faith in my Anaconda, do you? I don't think it's gonna survive either, though. I think it's gonna be pretty dead Anaconda. Nope. Shields didn't even.
Flight assist on.
Oh, my thrusters are down, of course. Okay, let's get back on the fleet carrier. Oh, there's a big wall over there. Let's run this thing full speed into a wall. There we go. Poor Anaconda. Oh, we get a beautiful view of the planet above. Yeah, look at that. We'll get back on the fleet carrier. If you shoot your own carrier, will it blow you up? Yes, it will. Anyway, we're reading patch notes. Let's get back to reading patch notes. Fleet carrier owners can now store ships and modules on board their fleet carriers by default. Nice. That's a really nice change. When decommissioning a fleet carrier, you now receive the full refund, apart from a voluntary. Voluntary decommission will incur a fee equivalent to 15% of the debt threshold. And we saw a fee of 150, meaning that the debt threshold should be 300 million actually. No, the way they look at this is, if you decommission your fleet carrier, you will get the full price, except that you have to pay your debt, and and if you do it voluntarily, there is a fee. So yeah, it's a little misleading that they say that, but I think there's a lot of politics in this sentence here. I think this is very much politics. The fact that they have said that you receive full refund, except a fee of 50% of the debt threshold, which is 150 million. Therefore, debt threshold must be 300 million. When cancelling the decommission of your fleet carrier, you will now receive an inbox message confirming the cancellation. Reduce the amount of tritium consumed by each jump by half. So we saw now it was using very little fuel. Added a better indication of arriving. What? Added a better indication of arriving and decommissioned state for fleet carriers on the cockpit. Ah, okay. Fleet carrier services menu will now display the name of the owner. Guess that's nice. The trade screen in fleet carrier management now reports the number of imported and exported commodities. Yeah, we saw that before. Typed separately rather than in the total. That was nice as well. Then there's some bug fixes. These are basically the changes they've done so far in this iteration. This is only the differences between first beta patch and second beta patch. The all-time profit now correctly updates. Yes, fix the crash. Fleet carrier can now be fitted. Fleet carriers can now be filtered in the galaxy map regardless of whether the player is stuck or not. What? Fleet carriers be filtered in the galaxy map? Oh, not that's what I wanted. This one. But it only shows my own fleet carrier. There's still no way for me to... Ah, instead of star type. Really? Carriers? Ooh, okay. Neat. Very neat. Great. That's really nice. Why is that not in the patch note? That's such a good change. I love it. No, but this is gonna be so important. You can see there are already people here who are running towards Colonia. So I was out exploring. I was like, oh, I need a place to dock. I could go and say, hey, I'm in this area now. Is there any fleet carriers around? Obviously there's not. Nobody's managed to get a fleet carrier this far yet. It's only a couple of hours. But you can see here, if we look, there are already people here racing their fleet carriers wherever they're going. But you could now then sit and look around and see if you could find the fleet carrier you could dock at. Yes, it's very useful for the deep space array. I think this is a wonderful change. Very well done. Oh yeah, check Colonia so you can buy... That's right, you can buy fleet carriers in Colonia. Whoops. Yeah, definitely fleet carriers out here in Colonia. it's still, I mean, if there's only one, let's say there's one fleet carrier per region, if I had to sit and scroll through the whole region like this, it's still a lot of space to go through. But at least it's going to allow me to spot on the galaxy map if I have this with this setting enabled. Which I think is really nice. I think great change, wonderful. I mean, a actual search option, but again, you can't really search for stations either, so it's basically the same as stations now. You were already able to see the character only when docked. Okay. But the fact that you can now see it also in space, of course, is... yeah, apparently was a bug. I didn't know this was a thing before. But very nice to see. Really nice. Let's see what else they have. Fixed a bug which would allow players to target destinations for their fleet carriers which wouldn't have been allowed. Starports, asteroid belts. Limpets can now be restocked at a fleet carrier. Nice, they could do that. I did that on the first beta. Oh well. Fixed an issue which made it look like restocking wasn't working via the quick actions. Oh, okay. Mining. Oh yeah, this is really nice actually. And this has nothing to do with fleet carriers. Subsurface mining deposits can now eject multiple resource chunks on one successful hit. That's a huge buff to subsurface mining. Fixed a bug which caused focus to jump. Some codex things. Missions. If the player has active delivery missions, and the mission commodity will no longer mission required icon text. Okay. So prepares fix some bugs with caustic damage. Fix a buff causing landing gear / cargo hatch to visibly clip into the cockpit. For what ship? And then some stuff about the player journal. You know what? We should schedule a new jump. Do they have room for me on this planet now? Oh, we can't do it from here. We need to do it from carrier services. Navigation. Yes. Where do we want to go? Where should we go? I'm gonna try to see if I can get a spot around that planet. I'm gonna try to do a jump within the system just to see how far we get. So how much the king asks how much the running cost is right now. If you have everything fully equipped, it's 26 million. But again, if you don't have everything, I mean, right now mine is 21, so it's a little cheaper. I think we're just going to try to go to Mineral Hollow again. Should we go somewhere else? I don't know. I guess doing a short jump would be okay, because this time we're going to try to see it from the outside. We're going to keep an eye on time. We have now 15 minutes, just shy of 15 minutes actually. You can see lockdown happening here in 10 minutes. Need to be sure we're off the carrier before then. We actually, just to ensure we don't accidentally get ourselves locked on the carrier, we're just gonna go out of it now. Hot and orbital. You know what? That's actually a fun idea. I like that. Problem is that I can't get to my carrier because I'm gonna be outside the carrier. Unless I jump it out again. For those of us who don't know what's so special about this Mineral Hollow, I'll show you. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, little moon. Let me target it so I can see where it is. Okay, it's right behind me now, so it should be coming out. You lost the moon? Yeah, well, this one is not difficult to lose. Let's see, there it is. There it comes. Hello, Mineral Hollow. So if you ask why I lost the moon, yes, but look at it. Killer, I'm in a private group right now, so if you're in open, that's why. You know what? I have a system we need to go to. Let me see. I should be able to manage this carrier remotely, right? Oh, what is the name of this system? Hold on. I forgot the name of it. Hold on, I did a video on it once. See if I can find that. Give me a second, guys. I need to find that system name. It's in playlists. I did a playlist once. Yes. Yes, there it is. Found it. Ha ha. Oh, I don't have system information on it. Okay. Hold on. I'm just gonna cancel this jump here. How do I cancel this jump? Can't jump. Okay. So I'm just gonna go there manually. Should be, what, 2 jumps? Yeah. Can one join the private group? Yes, if you're playing on PC. Well, I'm just gonna turn down the game that's little loud now. The private group is called MP Astro, just as my commander name, which you can see right up here in the corner. MP_Astro. If you go and look me up in the social, hold on, in the social section, and you then request, yeah, thank you, Don Glor also posted in chat, it will automatically admit you. So you should have automatic access. Just keep in mind, it is a non-PvP group, meaning if you decide to engage other people in that group, you will be promptly kicked. I'm so sad I missed the deadline for the beta. What do you mean? It's running right now. You can join whenever you like. Craig says, please ensure that it's an enforced PvE server. It is. Now, I have never had an issue of anyone killing anyone on this in the private group. That being said, as I said, everybody is open to join. So if someone decides to go in there and go ham, well, I will kick them, no doubt about it. But to date, never had an issue with anybody killing anyone in that private group. So at least it's never been reported if that has been the case. I mean, apart from the friendly, you know, hey, let's go and duke it out for fun kind of things, right? But that was consensual, where people agreed on it beforehand. Okay, we're now in system, so we should now be able to go into our carrier. This is all very, very confusing. Go into our carrier management. Maybe we should actually honk the system first. Right, do I have system map information now? I do, and there are already other people here. Other people got the same crazy idea as me. Star class. And then you set destination to all the carriers. Okay. Vote in chat. What do you think we should? Should we try to see if we can find our carrier as it arrives? Or should we try to should we see the carrier leave or arrive? Okay, let's see here. Oh, arrive. Arrive more spectacular. Arrive. One leave so far. Okay, most people's things arrive. Good. So we're gonna stay around in this system here, and I'm gonna check if I have heat sinks on this ship. Otherwise, this is gonna be fun. I do not have heat sinks on this ship. This is gonna be interesting then. But we still have to wait, because I'm not sure how this works. There should come up like a signal, I guess, when the carrier is arriving. But I guess it only happens after it goes into lockdown. And again, there is still 10 minutes until lockdown, so I guess we have to wait. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so people say there will be like a point of interest that shows up, stuff like that. So we're just gonna wait in the system and see what happens. Where's that crazy moon? What is CQC? CQC is close quarter combats. It's like a PvP matchmaking system where you go in and you fight other people, not in your own ships, but in like fighters and small ships, sidewinders, eagles, those kind of things. Nothing you spend any significant amount of credits on. I don't even think you pay for the ships at all. So it's basically like a PvP arena kind of thing, right? Yeah, fair enough. I will be sure to keep an idea about where the center of the instance is. But I don't want to go in. We're actually already in scoop range. God damn it. Let's try to get in so we get in an as short approach to this as possible. Okay, we're outside scoop range. Let's stop here. Still nothing. Flip this thing around. Let's check jump time here before we... 7 minutes till lockdown. Still no point of interest. I mean, look at this. In this system here, if we open up the system map, that moon there, or that planet, is inside the scooping zone. The third moon, or the third planet, is inside the scoopable zone. Imagine how close that thing is. This is 2.6 light seconds from the star. And then there's an Earth like sitting there casually like, yeah, I'm not going there. Yeah, I would expect so that you only get the point reserved at the point when it's locked down and you can't cancel anymore. So that makes kind of sense, right? So that means we still have 6 minutes before we get the point of interest. How are those fleet carriers burning up? Well, we're gonna be burning up in a second because I'm gonna fly in there without heat sinks. I'm expecting this ship to get hot. I'm expecting we're gonna see fire and smoke, and we're gonna have alarms going off everywhere as we dive into this atmosphere. It's gonna be great. Turn off some systems to stay cool? Nah. Burn like a man. I don't know even if we have anything we can turn off. I can turn off like some shield generators. FSD boosters. Let's see if we can get this ship cooled down. 31% right now. Shield generator. Turn that off. Vehicle hangar. Probably want to turn off the fuel scoop. That does add us some significant heat, I think. Not the frame to driver life support or sensors. So we're getting cooler. It's actually cool to start a little bit. Power distributor. Collector limpet controller. That one could be turned off. Supercruise assist. Turn that off. Fighter hangar. Killworn scanner, manifest scanner, Xeno scanner, recon limpet, canopy, no. Power plant, no. Cargo rack, it doesn't use any power anymore. Doesn't really matter. Hey, 26%, that's actually okay. You really, really want to keep, are you sure? I don't think that's going to take that much heat, but we can turn that on. Not sure if it's going to be able to get up in time. How much time do we have? I'm still getting used to that hat switch. 4 minutes. Okay, should be back up in 4 minutes. If you turn off the cockpit, does it fall off the ship? I don't know how the ship is going to react when we get there. We'll see. bug or intended vortex acts still can't sell and buy the commodity at the same time. If you look at the interface, it's made with radio buttons, which often indicates that you only can select one or the other. So my guess is it's intentional. When will the carrier get into the game? Next month. We don't know exactly when, but sometime next month.
Shields online.
We got someone who just arrived in chat. Right now we're just waiting for the carrier to log in its destination for the jump, which is going to happen in just under 3 minutes. Then I have just shy of 3 minutes, like 2.5 minutes-ish, to get my ass in there in a hurry before it burns up, so we can sit there and we can watch the fleet carrier arrive. Is there a signal yet? No signal yet, but again, it hasn't locked its destination yet. Destination will be locked in 2 minutes. We are in frame shift. We are in super cruise right now. We have this navigation panel. There is no, we're jumping to Scally's 1. Nothing. I'm still expecting it's got to be like 1.5 minutes before we see it. Yes, Matthew, you do get a destination marker before the carrier jumps. People asking to honk again. Oops. There's nothing yet. Should we try the FSS just for fun? I'm not quite there for some reason. Zoom blocked, it's on the other side. Is it locked in yet? Nope, still not locked in. Okay, now it's locked in. I still don't see it though. Check the entire system. Oh, there it is. %50 heat. Yeah, I know. Come on.
Warning. Taking heat damage. Mission objective detected.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on the spot. And I'm gonna fly away from the spot that's right behind me now. And then we're just quickly gonna go into options. Gonna give you guys some more audio. So now we should have the sun here and then the fleet carrier arriving. Oh, where did I put zoom on this? There it was. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And there we go. And then it melts. That was cool. Let's get a doctor as well.
Landing gear deployed.
Is this not my landing pad or what's going on? What? It hadn't given me a landing pad yet. I was just thinking that's supposed to be mine. But nope.
Docking request cancelled.
Ah, there we go.
You are welcome to approach pod.
Oops. There we go.
Docking complete. Ship unlocked. Welcome pod.
So, what else do we need to do? How's it looking on our commodity market here? Nobody wants to buy our overpriced. Wait, did we put up a market order? Oh yeah, we put up a buy order, right? So now we could actually just try the whole... So you see, the problem is with fuel transfer is, you can see here in my tritium deposit that people have already topped it up after the fuel. Okay, never mind then. But if I wanted to dump more fuel in, I couldn't do it. I have to be here physically, so I could go over to the inventory and then transfer fuel to my ship, and then from the ship. No, it's okay. It's just I can't do that remotely, and that's one of the things I really hope would change. Oh, we have some people firing outside. What's that all about? What the hell? Ah, hold on. I want to see what's going on. It looks like that's NPCs fighting each other. Oh, is it actually someone sitting behind that fires weapons? What? That sounds dangerous. Does the fleet carrier shoot back if you shoot it? Yes, it does. Just get back on the carrier. So I think overall, I think the changes they have done so far. I like the fact that they, of course, the reduction in upkeep was a must. Reduction in the fuel consumption, really, really nice. And I think the addition of ship storage and module storage for the owner is a very nice touch for a lot of people, because I think that's the use case a lot of people will use it for. That they can store their own ships and their own modules on their own fleet carrier. Okay, I need to take this, guys, so be right back. There we go. Now I'm back. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream that I'm actually on call. So work phone might call. Well, that actually... okay. Actually turns on when you flip it. So that was just work. But that's all sorted now. What time is it? Yes. Did I disrupt the audio? That was what I was about to do. No, I think we were talking about the overall, my overall impression of this iteration of the beta. Overall, I think... Actually, let's get a better view of this thing. Turn it off and back again. Yeah, pretty much. So, my overall impressions of it so far is I really like the changes they've done so far. The changes to decommissions are nice. This brings... If a fleet carrier gets decommissioned, it's actually less than what you would get on other things. The 10% reduction in modules, yeah, I can live with it. One thing that is a little disappointed on in this patch seems to be the shadow nerf of the hull upgrade. Some people post there 750,000 credits for a jump now rather than the 100,000 it was before. That wasn't really mentioned anywhere in any patches or anything. It's annoying when they do that, when they make shadow nerfers. So I would really like to see that being reflected in the patch note. But it isn't. So, well, we spotted it anyway. People asking if you could own more than one. Yeah, 750k for a jump. I'm pretty sure it's... Let's go in and check. I've done 2 jumps today. We can go and check. Carrier service. Yes, for the maintenance. Look at this. Budget. So we could see here I've done 2 jumps now. And it's a 1.5 million. Are you guys apps have Frontier specific? Are you just assuming it's a bug, or have they specifically said it's a bug? There's a Frontier post on the forum. They will roll it. Okay, fair enough. Okay, they said it's a bug. Then I won't give them any heat for that. That's fair enough if that was unintended. Okay, somebody tweeted the death. Okay, fair enough. Then okay, so that will be reset back. So that's just a bug in this iteration of the patch. That's fair enough. Where was I? Yes, I like the change they've done, adding the storage and module ship and module storage for the owner. I think is a very welcome change for a lot of people, because it seems like the majority of people who are going to buy fleet carriers is going to be using them as private fleet carriers, like their own carrier that they and only they are going to use. Maybe they're going to invite a few friends on board, but in general, it's going to be their own thing. They're not planning to open up to the public. And that actually means that if we go and look at the services, where is the services here that if you wanted like a general carrier just to run around the bubble, you could get away with probably refueling, repair, and armory, which is 150 mil a week, 1.5 mil every week. Maybe the redemption office, if you're planning to use it for combat, you wouldn't need the shipyard of the outfitting because you already have that if it's only like your own thing. Black market trading, maybe you want UC on it if you're gonna plan to use some use it for exploration. But this would add, what's that, 4.5, and then that's another 3. 7, it's like 7.5, so it would be like 12-ish million a week in upkeep, just for like a standard, I would say, well-equipped solo fleet carrier that you're not planning to use for anybody else, just for yourself. That's very manageable, I think. There are still some changes I would really like to see. Some of the interfaces, I would really like to see that change. The whole withdrawal that you have to sit and you sit to like scroll through this slowly like this, that's a bit of a drag. And I would really like to see that we got the option to actually type in numbers with a numpad or some other way to get to those numbers more easily. This is not a good user interface. Also, the fact that the whole fuel transfer into the fuel storage and all that, would really like to see that as well. Can others donate to your upkeep? No, not directly. I'll come back to that in a second. But I would really like to see some way to either just expand. I mean, one way could be simply just in here in the services, in settings, or maybe in the management. Where is it? Yeah, here, like the budget thing. Maybe I could have another slider, just like I have for Tarif and I have for the weekly upkeep. Give me another slider where I can control how much, is being, what am I trying to say? How much is being spent for cargo for fuel? Give me a slider for that, it would be perfect. Or allow me to transfer fuel remotely between cargo and the fuel tank. Either of those two would be really nice. Slider could work. Remote transfer of fuel could work as well. People asked about donating to the upkeep. You can't directly. What you can do is you can donate fuel to it, but only up until the fuel tank is. You can see I can't donate. I don't have any, but I can't donate any fuel now because the fuel tank is already full. But what you can do is you can set up market orders. So if you know someone's coming by and they want to donate some money to the fleet carrier, for instance, you can say, let's say you have some low temperature diamonds with you, then you could sell them to the carrier for like a fraction of the cost, and then I could go and sell them back to you at 10 times the cost, right? So let's say if a low temperature diamond would be 1 million, and if you want to donate it, you could come by with a low temperature diamond, and I would then buy it from you for 5% of the 1 million. That's 50,000, and then I would sell that same diamond back to you for 10 million, and I would have made sorry, that's not 5 million. It's 50,000, right? Yeah, and I will sell it back to you for 10 million. I would pretty much have made 10 million of that one transaction, right? So yes, you can transfer money like that, and as somebody also mentioned earlier in chat, this does open up for a potential source for real money trading, where people are going to buy in-game currency for real money. I really hope it's not going to be a thing in Elite. I hope that the way Frontier has done it, it's cumbersome enough, it's difficult enough that it's not going to happen. And with the added fact that that this is a credit will only allow you to buy ships, it's not going to allow you to engineer. You still have to spend the time unlocking engineers, getting engineering materials. So I still think, yeah, I don't think real money trading is going to be a thing. I don't hope it's going to be, because it will not help the game at all. But the option is there, but again, we can only hope that that it won't be a thing. Can I donate? I can't take out a fuel tank. Oh, sorry guys. So that's overall what I think. So apart from those minor things, I would like to see change, some UI changes, some change to fuel, I think is the major things. Other than that, if this was the thing that we came out with, fleet carriers, I would actually be pretty happy about it. I think this has real potential, and I know a lot of people are just going to use it as a private fleet carrier, which it's going to be very well suited for. But there's definitely also people like me who is planning to use it as a more public thing, where I'm actually going to try to see if I can make it turn a profit by buying and selling materials off the carrier. So I'm definitely going to utilize the commodity market quite a bit. Anyway, I think that I'm gonna call it for today. And yeah, I'll definitely be sure to keep you guys posted on what's going on with the fleet carriers in the near future. There's one important thing I actually need to mention for you guys. Just to double to the end cam here. Last Saturday, of course, I did the 50,000 subscriber celebration live stream thing, and doing that, I was drawing some winners for some prizes, including a X52 Pro HOTAS and a Fire tablet. The winners has been drawn. However, they got 48 hours to get back to me, which they haven't, meaning that right now I have just sent emails to the backup winners, which I also did draw, anticipating something like this could happen. But if neither of the backup winners get back to me either in the next 2 days, that means I will have to find another way to give this stuff away, because come hell and high water, I'm gonna find a way to give this stuff to someone for free. It's surprising how difficult it is to find stuff and give people stuff for free. What I'm getting at here is, if the backup winners do not get back to me within 2 days, I will be giving those things away over on Discord. So please come by Discord. Not only does it give you a chance to win a HOTAS, but it's also a great community. If you want to find people to mine with, there's a channel where you can go and you can look for people. That pretty much people mining every night almost, and especially tonight where the prices are good. I would assume there's a lot of people. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope to see you guys in Discord. I'll probably be hanging out over there unless work they call again. But yeah, Ridiculous Runner. Yes, I am basically going to do a redraw if I don't hear back from the backup owners, but I'm going to run that on Discord and not over, and that's where it will be announced. So do join Discord if you're interested. But yeah, thanks a lot to all you guys who've been watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to all you guys who have been donating. Thanks to Dongaloro for managing the chat as always and being awesome. And I just need to find the right window again. There it is. I'll definitely be keeping you guys posted on the fleet carriers as more information comes out. I don't think we're going to see massive changes to them from this point on. I think that they're pretty close to the finished version. But, well, we'll have to wait and see. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.